I'll try to get that for I'll try to get that on Friday if I can, and that way I can like set it up and stuff over the weekend. And like it should be all the same. I assume it's going to be the same kind of like interface layouty kind of thing as like this, maybe a little different. You're mostly seeing how I could play it because I know you could play it solo, you could play it like co-op online, and I'm quite happy to play it like offline and adjust to it before like having to deal with actual people. I don't mind having to play a game solo just to like adjust and get used to it while I learn. I had to do that on some games. But yeah, I don't know. There's also like some coffee drinks that I don't mind as well. Like I've gone through trying all the various different, you know, store-bought coffee drinks and stuff like that. And I find like a lot of the really milky ones, obviously because I'm lactose intolerant, don't really bode well for me. So I've kind of like gone away from any of those. I kind of go for more coffee density over quantity of liquid. So for instance, I kind of have there's Boss Coffee, which is the Japanese brand of coffee. It's quite good. It's very strong in a very tiny can. And so I don't really mind that because I can get a fair bit of coffee out of it for what little I'm actually drinking. And it's strong coffee too. So there is that. Grab everything out of here. Yeah, okay. Can I do more cement in that? Yes. Okay. Okay. What am I putting away? I'm putting away ammo. I'm putting away extra that. I've got all my money. I really spent a lot on books, but I really need to spend it on like the candies. I need to stay the fuck away from Joel beyond like selling some stuff. It's almost night too. So I might like legitimately just head up to Hugh. I'm not going to make it in time for him to close. Probably not. Close back up, yeah. But yeah, it should be fine. I've got all my repair kits. I've got my vehicle. I've got all my turret ammo. I've got ammo for me. The only thing is Grim said to swing past his base, so I might do that first. If I've got time, I'll pop my nose back in at Joel and I'll buy those sugar butts that I saw he had for Grim. I see how that goes. My car looks like it's in good nick. Now, I wouldn't mind having one of the traders that's like much, much further away. I kind of want to go all the way up to Snow and kind of get him first. And then, well, the only other thing I didn't do too was I didn't grab food. Is it? Oh, I'm in water. Is it plus Grandpa, it's yours. What? What? And I don't follow. I might have to see if I can take a meal from Nick. Meal or a drink or something. Because I forgot to pack one. Fucking classic me. Alright. This looks like it's probably mostly all stuff to sell. They put it in here. So I'll grab that. Another armor bundle. That would give me benefits for bartering and stuff. Silver? Yeah, I could do silver. Hold on. What's it? Grandpa drink, take it. Ah, that's what you meant. Also, my avatar just like decided to like warp and size in. Honestly, I don't need it though, and I'm going to go mining after this so it can stay in there. Otherwise, it's going to be taking up more inventory space, which I kind of already gunked up a little bit. All right, the sugar butts. Does bartering do that for buying it from the vending machines though? Because I was gonna buy. I'll tell you. I'll quickly run over to a trader while I'm thinking. Because if it works for the... Yeah, I didn't think it did for the vending machine, so I'll go back and put your sugar butts back. Because I don't mind getting them. My problem is that I'm not planning to buy anything from the trader, except for perhaps, like, maybe some books. Oh, you don't have it. I thought you did. Bastard. Pears and tuna and shit. There's more dog food. I actually do need to buy that. I need to buy that now for recipes and shit. That's fine. Let's go inside and sell some of this shit. You, sir.
Howdy, sir. Make yourself.
I don't think I want to make myself at home, sir. I've seen what your establishment's like. I've seen your downstairs that has a fucking camera in it. So I don't know how I feel about making myself at home here. Alright, they'll do it.
Great doing business with you. Come on,
Wait, I was going to get you books, regardless of what they were. It's the only thing I was going to do. There's no point me taking that, because whatever your books are... Let's see, Handyland. Yeah, might as well. Get what I can get. I don't really care much for the armored stuff. A little bit of waste of money, but I do want to get some books. And I do want to get whatever kind of candies and like learning elixirs and shit that I can get. But yeah, I'll head up towards Hugh. Maybe just see if I can kill some stuff in the area. And that way I don't have to worry too much about it. There we go. Really interesting how it lets you know at this time of day more than anything. I'll leave that behind. Alright. So I will also be trying to get like dog food and stuff. Not that that's like super, super important, but it will be to get the learning elixirs. And I was making her eat that. I was actually making her eat the cat food more than anything. Alright. I kind of need this marked out first, because otherwise I won't find the bridge. I'll just go through the fucking lake. I'm very direct in where I go. Whee. Alright. Please drive straight. Thank you. It does annoy me when it starts like swiggling around the place. I'm like, please just drive in a fucking straight line. It's not that difficult. Or maybe, maybe it is. I don't know. I've never drove a bike before. Oh, come on. Give me that. I hear zombies near me. Oh, this would have been a nightmare to fucking go over anyway. Give me that. What is over there? It's maybe like some drive-in theater or something like that. Oh, it's a radio tower. That's what that is. Yeah, that's right. I've got my fucking other mine up on that. Back there. Yep. I do like the fact that they at least brought in like little shrubs you can punch. Dog food's pretty good. It's supposed to be. Like, the thing is, like, it is human tested. Like, people make sure it's like at least palatable. So yeah, I would imagine to some degree it wouldn't be too bad. Depends which one you get to, because I used to, back when Sheila was a pup, I always did make meals for her, but when she was a pup, I used to use like some tin food with it. And so what I used to do is I used to make up like rice and some other stuff. It's a big mixture of stuff. There was various meats and whatever in there. And I used to add in like a can of like dog food, and particularly in winter, I always like heated up a meal. And so I made like a fresh batch of all the stuff. Like I cooked it all up, and I put in like these like really like thick, chunky, like almost stew looking like chunks of meat. It was like lamb, and I think it was lamb, chicken, and beef, and in like a really thick, like nice gravy sort of thing. And I remember like slathering it all over this rice stuff and containing it up, because I had to like travel. So I had one of my friends was going to look after her for like 2 or 3 days or something like that. So I just took over like the day's worth of meals and stuff. And her boyfriend almost ate the meals that were sitting. She was letting them cool before she put them in the fridge. And yeah, he came home and thought she got takeaway, and almost just started eating it. And he's like, "What is this? What'd you get?" And she's like, "That's a Prolix fucking dog food for that fucking zombie's eating it for Sheila." And he's like, "Are you serious? It's better than what I eat." And she was so fucking insulted by her boyfriend's comment, and I just couldn't stop fucking laughing at it when I heard it. I was just concerned that he had actually eaten some, not because it was dog food, because half of it was like human grade shit, but like just from this perspective of her not having enough food. Mind you, her coat looked fucking amazing for so long with that. When she got a bit older and we had to make the choice to like start cutting it, even though it was a double coat, because she enjoyed water sports too much, and she was at risk of having like heat spots and stuff. Like she wouldn't sit still to let it dry properly, or she'd sit still for too long so it wouldn't dry properly. So we had to make a choice to like cut it, and then it always looked kind of shitty. It always grew back shitty. As I was curious, so I tried the kibble. Look, I've had a nibble on what you call it, some what do you call them? Those dried sardines that you can give cats and stuff as a treat. They taste alright. They're just a lot saltier than they look, apparently, which is a surprise. Also, welcome in a waiver. Cheese slapping. Jeez. So yeah, I'm gonna go up to this. I'm guessing that this quest that we've got up here for the tier 5 or whatever must be like Nick or Grimm's. What was that? I pretty much just gotta wait until it's dawn. Let's see if I've got any points to allocate. I don't. I already did that. It's fine. Yeah. So, I don't know. Cat food always smells like, I don't know, something died. When you like open a fucking can of stuff, it always smells like disgustingly pungent. Because like the worst part is like when I was always the person that like fed my cats, like I was always the person like when I lived alone, I had to like get up, feed the cats, all that stuff. It didn't bother me as much then, but when I'm like trying to go to sleep and Nick gives the cats breakfast and all I can smell is like this nasty rancid fucking aroma of pungent fish or chicken or something wafting into the bedroom, I'm just like, ugh, trying to sleep here. The worst part is like trying to like figure out, is it cat food, is it puke, or is it shit? Because it's a very fine line sometimes between the smell, depending on the brand, um, and like what the cat's done and where it's done it, kind of thing. And I'm just like, most of the time, I could tell by the time that it should be breakfast at least. Um, yeah, it's great fun. um, yeah, how you doing, Awaver? How's your hands today after practicing the guitar yesterday? Are they still sore? They feeling a little better? I'm gonna plan to go Hugh, Jen, Bob. I'm not gonna go over to Rect. I probably should have done that before dark, but there's not much point. We don't go to him much, so he actually has quite a lot of fucking books and shit. I also got to check what day they restock as well. Your hands are good. Can play the song now. Nice. Sometimes just giving your body a bit of a rest is all you really need. Also, Shadow was in here earlier. He had to go. I just thought I'd let you know that because I know you sometimes miss getting to chat with him. But yeah, I don't know if he'll have time to like get back or not. I don't know what he was up to, but he had stuff to do. So yeah. Oh, my knee. I'm trying to stretch my legs a little bit as well because I sat down for a long time last night. I definitely didn't sit as like rigid, and I'm not quite as sore. I'm not really sore. Like my shoulder was sore before I started fucking drawing last night. So it's probably just as sore from like as equal to when I started. So nothing else is sore, which is nice. Even like my legs and my butt and stuff aren't sore this time. Because sometimes they get really sore while I'm drawing because I'm sitting stationary for so long. That's why I bring in like the 5-minute break redeem so I can take a break and get up and actually go stretch and shit. He must be very busy. He is at the moment. He's preparing himself to start uni back next week. So and his classes will be all over the place. He wanted to let you know that it'd be kind of like all over the shop. So we'll see him when we see him. But yeah, I know he's got stuff to do. The busy time. I said never learned an instrument. First instrument was a table. What do you mean, like drumming? You're talking about like drumming on a table? That's an interesting first instrument. I definitely wouldn't have assumed a table would be one, but yeah, I guess it can be. Um, Hugh got it. Interesting branding name. Does that? I remember waiting for things to download, and I always drum on the table. If you've got good rhythm like that, that's pretty good. Because I don't know, I I don't know if I get bored, I just like space out instead. Like I'm one of those like creative thinker, imaginary sort of people. Like I'm very prone to just like if I sit here and if I'm quiet long enough and nothing's happening for long enough, like my eyes will just like glaze over and I'll be somewhere else. It just is how I am. Why is this like a step up when I'm walking around? I noticed something there. You see, it's like a bump that I go over. Oh, there, very there. It's like a jittery thing. What is inside here? Wonder if Grim left this unlocked. Yeah, he did. Something on the roof. Let me shut that. Let me add. Ah, fuck it. I'll just turn it on. He's got stuff. I can sit here and enjoy the warmth. And that can go. There we go. I bet nobody can guess. I guess. I bet no one here could guess what 2 instruments I want to learn. Um, That's interesting. Can I get a clue, like whether or not it's like string, brass, or unorthodox kind of thing? Because like I've mentioned before that I wouldn't mind learning the electric violin. That would be cool. I just don't have time for it. Krem said piano and guitar. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure. I have a feeling you've said one of them before. Um, I just can't remember it. I feel like it's like an obscure choice. I don't know. I'm not good at guessing, unfortunately. Like, I don't even know enough of the names of like instruments to kind of like throw down a few. But I would imagine it would be like, I don't know. I know you like heavy metal stuff, so if it's related to that, it could be like any kind of like, I don't know, bass or something like that. Maybe. I don't know why, but I kind of like Peggy for like being like a bass person. I'm gonna turn that off and go back up on the roof. I can see more when I'm on the roof. So yeah, I'm gonna go with bass, and then I kind of feel like something unusual, like maybe an electric ukulele or something like that, perhaps. Those are my 2 choices because I think that they're uncharacteristic enough to be a hard guess. Also, just randomly, one of my teeth just started hurting. Fuck. The hell was that noise? Oh, it's interesting. I haven't heard that noise out in the snow. It's not them. Vulcan lie. That is definitely a wild guess there. I think a Waver's the only one that hasn't guessed, and they may not necessarily be at the computer or device to check which ones. I say acrylic, my signal cut out. I assumed maybe bass, like bass guitar, and possibly electric ukulele. My 2 choices, because you basically said that like it would be something that like nobody would guess. So I figured maybe something that was like obscure and perhaps not like typecasting you might be like what it might be. Um, yeah, those are my guesses. I don't know what the Waver's guess would be. I don't think they're near the device, but yeah. I also don't know if there's anybody else that like is around to like guess. Like I don't know if anybody's lurking or not. So yeah. Violin and saxophone. Okay, that makes sense. That would be why I wouldn't fucking imagine violin, because I learnt violin. So whenever it's something that I've done, I automatically scrub that as an option. When I meet somebody that's got the same name as me, I never remember their name because I automatically cannot be like, no, that's my name. Like it's impossible for somebody else to have it. The ukulele is good because it's only 4 strings, and I don't get the guitars with 6 strings. You can only have a max of 5 fingers. Yeah, it's more about like swapping between them, even playing the violin and stuff like that. Like the reason why I'm interested in like the electric violin, because like I learnt violin and I'm good at violin, but I think electric, considering I like techno stuff, would be more interesting to me as an adult to keep me entertained learning something. But saxophone I could kind of see, honestly. I didn't kind of like pick you for like the jazz kind of thing, but it also the look kind of fits now that I think about it. So yeah, I'm kind of like hoping that there's like a fucking nighthawk or something that I can shoot. Like keeping an eye out for like bunnies and chickens and stuff. There was a chicken in the distance before that I shot at, but it got away. I would kill it if it got close enough. Yeah, that band I was talking about last night has they play with like just power equipment and stuff like that, like the fucking pressure washer and the bin. They also have electric ukulele, which I didn't actually pick up was what the fuck they were using at first, because it doesn't sound anything like what I imagine ukulele sounds like. But then again, electric violin doesn't sound like a violin either. It kind of does, but it doesn't. That's pretty interesting, though. Saxophone, though, like, I never learned any of, like, the brass instruments and stuff like that. As somebody with asthma, like, it was just not an option for me to do anything that required me to, like, breathe consistently or hold expanded oxygen in my lungs to carry, like, a tune and a note and stuff. Like, it was too likely I would go into just an asthma attack instead or just not be able to. Um, but violin is interesting. I hated doing like the whole moving your fingers around and wobbling them and shit like that. I hated that. I hated that a lot. Especially since it wobbles the actual instrument if you don't do it right, which of course changes the note of the bow hitting the string and stuff as well. You know what I didn't do is I didn't pick up food from the guys. I had an option to. I also have grass with me. That's what my wife said I should play drums. See, that would be something that would like strike me as like suiting you. But at the same time, like, I don't know, I think drumming is like a consistent rhythmic thing, but you don't have much choice in, like, you do, but you don't have much choice in like what kind of music you make from it, kind of thing. And as you learn it and stuff, like, it's more of like keeping the tempo and fucking speed and shit. And I think you'd probably actually get bored of that. That's why I didn't suggest drums, because I'm like, drums seems like an obvious choice, but I feel like you get bored easily of it. Like, that's why I even thought like bass guitar sounded uncharacteristic, because it's kind of similar to the thing where you're keeping most of like a pace with it and stuff, but it is also something that like adds, like, can like do like pretty good music and stuff like that. I'm just gonna cut down that tree just because I feel like it. What else? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like raging out on this tree for no other reason. I have a seed. I got to steal fucking food from the guys that I made them. And the thing is, it is food that I made them already. Can I remove this tire? I won't do it because I don't need it. But I guess I could go over here and like cut down some trees and shit. Like, that's a nice tree. I'm going to leave that one. It looks aesthetically pleasing. Cut down some stuff over around the back. Nobody goes. Unfortunately, a lot of the trees around the front have been removed by probably like Grim and possibly even Nick. Because, like, if they get bored like me, they just cut down trees too. But I go for ones that are more hidden. Plus, like, the best case scenario is I find a fucking bear or something. There's a mountain lion. There's a bear. Come here. Alright. That would never hear me sing, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were saying that. You were saying that last night, and you'd never, like, catch you singing. Actually, funny enough, the only reason why anybody's heard me sing is because a waiver asked if I could sing or not. Where did the bear go here? The fuck is going on with this bear? Okay. Alright. That's unusual. Yeah, no, interestingly enough, I do art streams monthly because a waiver encouraged me to like do more art streams, and I did make a like little recording of me singing, which is in Discord. It can be found in Discord because they were inquiring if I was able to sing, what I sound like and stuff. It's kind of interesting. I don't really have, like, in some sense, like, I've done parties where I sing and stuff like that, but, like, I don't like to sing in front of people I don't know. Like, I'm perfectly fine in my car singing away, but at the same time, like, if somebody can hear me, if I'm within range of somebody can hear me, like, I'm gonna be too embarrassed about it. I don't feel comfortable with that. Hello? I saw you up on the mountain. I see you came down here. If I could just get up on this fucking rock. You don't need that. Not really. Plus, there's no real, like, zombies close enough to be of a concern for this. I'm gonna get me a proper knife. I find that, like, the chunk of shiny meat on its face, where its head was, is just so weird. It doesn't even look like a disembodied part or anything. Like, it just looks like shiny, like, almost like it should be chrome metal or something, you know? Like the big cat literally got like a chrome wrap on its head instead of actually like getting killed. You know, building out in the snow was actually quite great. Even though it's like blindingly fucking white and everything's like white and grey and whatever, and it's like cold for your person, it's actually not a bad place. I kind of wish that I'd like stayed somewhere where I could like do stuff or like craft stuff. Like I probably should have just stayed at the guy's base and like crafted stuff and got us some food and stuff. Mind you, I could probably buy a meal if I wanted to. I could eat the animal fat and stuff. I may have to like just swing back past maybe one of the guys on my way down and see how I go. Or I could swing back past the Blood Moon base on my way down as well. It's kind of like equal distance on either side. It's actually probably closer to the guys to maybe grab some food from them. Like, I'll just replenish it. If they run out, they'll just let me know and I'll just replenish it anyway. So it's not like it's a problem. It's just like, it's so quiet. I don't like it when like games just get peaceful. It concerns me, like, what is going to happen? Like, where's the horde? Is it a pack of dogs? Is that what's coming for me? Like, I just feel like any time of peace in any game is just followed by pure fucking anarchy. Every time. I will take this moment to actually have a fucking drink, though. I have to be careful, though, because I don't know what it is. Last night, I went to have a drink out of my drink bottle after stream, and it pissed out a bunch of water sideways while I was drinking, and I don't know where the leak is, and I'm concerned about it. So I think my drink bottle sprung a leak somewhere. Yeah, it did it then too. It's not coming from the top. I don't think it's coming from the top of the drink bottle. Like, you know how like with plastic drink bottles you can put like sometimes they can leak out where the threading is over time and stuff. Like, I don't think it's that. I think being a plastic drink bottle, maybe it's got punctured by something, but I can't for the life of me think what the fuck it's come in contact with, considering it literally goes between like my bedroom, computer room, and lounge room, and they're the only three places it ever is. It's not anywhere near something sharp is. So I don't know. It makes no sense to me how it can just magically spring a link, but it is a couple of years old. So there's a good chance it's just worn. That's really the only reason why I ever change a drink bottle is because it becomes so worn. The plastic ends up like thin and like breaks on its own, like it breaks down. I clean it pretty regularly too, but I only use like warm sort of soapy water and then rinse it in like hot water. And yeah, so it should be fine. The temperature changes can damage drink bottles. Yeah, that could be happening as well because it has been really cold through winter here. And in the computer room, I have a heater. And that's what's been keeping me warm. But like in the bedroom, I sort of like I have an air conditioner that's kind of keeps it like temperate, roughly about the same temperature in summer and winter all the time. But it's never like super hot or super cold, except for like in here, the difference between going between the computer room out into the house. If it's early enough. Come on, mate. Can you just open up so I can like sell you some shit? Well, I don't even really want to sell you stuff. Like, I got bare testosterone to sell. I got some seeds and stuff. I really just want to hit his vending machine and fuck off. That's all I really want to do. I also do want to find out what day they do stuff. Are you flashing at me? What is this flashing at me for? Yes, I know about wearing tool. I couldn't give two shits about it. I guess that may have always been flashing at me because I haven't read through all the things that are there. I just haven't noticed. It's the only problem with when you get like waiting for a trader to open. Just fucking continuous. I don't know. I did have one drink bottle for like 5 to 7 years. It was really good. It's the same, almost exact same type as the one that I've got at the moment. It's just like plastic and stuff, but like I used to like leave that in my car when I went to work and stuff sometimes, and obviously like cleaned it up and stuff when I got home. That was one that I had to wash daily because I was going between the gym twice and work and home. and it was alternating between that and my secondary drink bottle. And yeah, it used to get really thin to the point where you'd be holding it to try to take a drink, and the top end and the bottom end would limp over the other side of my hand because the plastic was just so fucking worn continuously. And I'm like, this drink bottle's not doing what it's supposed to do. Like, I don't think it can stand up. The temperature changes damage my joints. They damage my joints too, honestly. That, and if I sit cross-legged for too long, because I do sit cross-legged a lot. Dog food, sugar butts for Grim. I still don't have any. Their restock day is 98. I'll take the beef rations too. What have you got in here? You got some learning elixirs. Good. Okay, so 98. So that's tomorrow. Well, that's fine. I could go do some more mining or some harvesting or something like that. Like, I could probably just cut down some trees and shit. Like, I don't think... I just have this theory that I don't think I'm gonna get the mining stuff from them. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but I have. That the traders aren't really stocking that as much. I might fuck off back to my base and actually, cut down my trees. Because they've been there for a while. Can I get down from this side? I can. I wish there was a bridge there. It's fine. I'll go towards the city. I'll go out that way. There's a really interesting bridge over this way too that I've never seen in any other previous 7 days map. I shouldn't have to go up it. It should be a down the other side is where I'm going, but it's interesting. Also up there is glitchy as fuck. There's an area on the side of that building that you can just fall through the earth. Yeah, so going across here, apart from the fact that there's a giant fucking drop-off. Also, if you want good books, Cracker Book's good for that. There's a couple of buildings in here that have got extra stuff. And no worries, Smithless. There is a tunnel up here somewhere. Up there. It must be at the end of the other one. That's this thing up here. I'll show you guys actually. Let me go around the corner here. It's just one road over. And I'll show you the look of this fucking tunnel place, which is a new spawn. Fuck off tree. Yeah. Hey, that looks like that could be a trader up in that corner. Either a trader or no, it's broken. Yeah, this tunnel is really interesting to me. I've already been through here, but it's broken off inside. It's a very small way to get through, and there's all broken stuff and whatever in here. It's also a zombie lane just there too. So yeah, if you want to explore something new in 7 days, that is new. I would recommend going through there, but have some fucking ammo on you. It goes all the way through to the other side as well, so there's that. It takes you up through some interesting paths. I don't know if this one down here is the one with the interesting road. It might be. Lurks on Mirthless. Lol. I take it he probably went live. I won't be able to see that, but yeah, there's this part here. It shows up as a ladder ramp. Almost like staircases, which is a really interesting fucking way of showing that on a map. See you, chicken. Let me get my map up for going home. Oh yeah, I've already got that marked. Alright, well, I'll just follow this down until I'm almost parallel with my marker. Then I've got to go across the bridge. There's passing gas up in here. There's a few yellow shirt guys in here. I'm kind of a little surprised. We haven't really seen much zombies. Considering this is a zombie game, it could just be because I'm used to playing on much harder settings. You can play this on various different forms. I've only ever played it on, Survivalist, but I've ramped up all the zombies on, the rat server that I had. The rat server allowed you to have, huge multipliers. Fucking 64 times fucking zombie spawn and shit. Sorry. Or that and maximum animal spawns. That was the worst. That was the worst when I had maximum animal spawn. And I just had fucking zombie dogs everywhere all the time. Oh, Nightwolf's woken up. Hey Nightwolf, how you doing? How you feeling today? Feeling better after having a rest after being tickled menacingly? I think this is a bridge I want to take over. Give me a chicken. I can't run it over, that's fine. Alright. Well, I'm going to head back over here to my base, and then I'm going to cut down all the trees. Because I've been meaning to do that. No, that's good. That's really good. I didn't get a super amount of sleep or anything like that, and my voice is still like on the end of my streams. I'm getting like a bit of a sore voice, but all my like sinuses and everything were like really sore this morning. Well, sorry, this evening when I woke up. I had